have VX spawning up here in warehouse while All-In is once again back in shipping with the alien side.
So, arguably, shipping is probably not the best hive on tram. I mean, you can still work with it. It's not too bad to move towards elevator or repair if you wanted to move that direction, but I would say definitely as alien, it's much more comfortable at the top side with server and warehouse.
Just looking at these early picks right here, if they can get another few aliens, these Marines will be starting out pretty well. They're trying a three-man pressure. Ooh, Joshy nearly getting picked. Can he get away? Spotting a drifter. Vac to side. Are you going to get the kill? No, he's going to just leave.
And Vex's doing a good job at...
Pretty quick, but they know that this three-man pressure is going to be in position.
And they're coming back. They're coming back for it. They left the extractor by itself. They're going to try and move bound to save it.
Oh, but these Marines are going to hammer it down if they can. Ossified getting picked. Joshy and Colt trying to dive in here. Super SARS managing to try to pick off Joshy. Joshy goes down. A little bit of med support flying in. Super SARS left all there. Fight doesn't quite go the way they want to, but they did manage to pull all the aliens back.
Which is important because they...
bunch of kills.
Because they could have had ore processing if they decided to keep it, but they immediately pulled back to save it, which they did. Absolutely. I don't think it was the wrong choice to pull back, and they did it very quickly. But, I mean, for the Marines, even though they didn't take logistics, they saved ore with that push.
Back to side needs to be careful. Got a whole bunch of skulks waiting to spring a trap on them. Sideburns getting in there, trying to get the pick on one, forcing all these aliens into somewhat bad positions. If these Marines can take this right, they can easily win this fight. Sideburns, watch your flank! Wow, nice pick on ADHD right there. However, Colt takes shades, his own little friend, dying at the back there.
And Vex needs to be checking these corners here in Hub for drifters because it's very common to have drifters in Hub. I mean, everyone likes to try to get them there as commanders.
They're trying to close distance on a Marine in such a dangerous place. You always got to be careful if you're going to close distance in an open ground.
And I gotta say here, Vex doing a great job.
Really good. Look at that. Vac to side managed to get a double kill. Logistics this time, I don't think they can save it. Unless they explode hard on this.
They should just focus on the harvester. They need to get that harvester. It's at 24%. They just need to focus on it. 17%, 16.
Wow, 2 Marines are still left. They can get the Gorge and the harvester. Just a little bit of smart play right here.
Nice.
Get the picks. Maybe pull out. Oh, beautiful call. Whoever made that decision. Peace be upon you.
And Vex doing an amazing job, especially with this 3 pressure team on tram here so far.
Oh, back to side. Watch your Marines, buddy. Watch his back. He's got him covered. Excellent job. You know, 1 down for 2 still up. That's some okay trade because they already did the damage.
If you watch this group going in, they're like that pressure group. They're not breaking cover. They're doing a really good job at making sure that they all stay in line of sight and they're pressuring at the right times and rotating in and out as they're reloading. It's doing. I mean, if you just watch them, it seriously looks like they're being very professional with their coordination and positioning.
From what I heard earlier today, this is not the same team that was described to me. This team looks like they know what they're doing. They got their stuff together. Whatever happened earlier, it shook them up, and now these guys are looking pretty sharp. They just got to try to maintain this lead as they go on. Mezzanine right here. Super SARS coming in to try to get some saves and picks. Ooh, spending a little bit
too many bullets.
Oh, be careful. Ooh, that means the whole north end of the map is going to be exposed. There are 4 aliens, though, on that side. That means they can't quite leave warehouse, but they can pressure logistics pretty easily.
Right, but Venticide and the Shades are going to be able to go over here, sending one into the vent to try and sneak behind this gorge. And I think they're going to pressure both sides. I don't know if the gorge is actually ready for this. Ossified's going to be taken by surprise a little bit by the fact that Shades comes from behind him.
Walking up on his flank. Ossified's completely Is he going to get the pistol kill?
Yes!
Wow, that was the calm gorge right there, too. However, we do have a Skulk in a gorge getting ready to walk in here. Back to side is completely caught unaware. So now it's up to Shades to try to make some magic happen, except there's just too many Skulks here, and no amount of meds will save that. But it looks like over there in platform, there were a whole bunch of Skulks up there.
Yeah, they pulled back to logistics to defend, and they did manage to take out Mezzanine, but I think that's it, with a lot of damage on server and some damage on the platforms area. So, I mean, they're going to come back to those later, and they'll go down more quickly, but yeah, all in all, I mean, Vex doing a good job at holding its resources while also pressuring. The only thing is, the aliens have rapidly expanded along the right side. They're going to be now on 4 harvesters, which is very dangerous, so it's a good thing they're pressuring in here in the elevator. Cyber's maybe getting a little bit too far ahead. Hive dropped right in front of them. Oh my god.
Oh, what a big mistake right there. As long as they can manage to keep themselves alive, they've got this Hive in the back. There are no Craigs. It's a double lurk play, so I'm not sure if these Marines are going to be able to cover from this. They just got to get a little bit better shooting. I think it's going to dry up right here.
But they do manage to take down the Gorge with them, which will slow down that Hive's growth considerably. So they're buying themselves a little bit more time. All in Josh, he's still trying to pressure those resources up on the top end of the map. And it looks like they want to get a phase gate here in Hub, which should give them a good push-off point.
Very smart not to start building that phase gate just yet. So all in all, that they've lost nothing by dropping that gate. Almost got a lurk out of it, but not quite. Now we have 2 more Marines coming in from North Tunnels, walking right up. Colt, way chipped. He's going to have to disengage here. Drewbear coming in to try to get a poke here. Going down to 62% really quick. Past 50, down to 36. Not quite. But forcing him to fall all the way back to ET and try to get some heals up. Ooh, starting that phase gate maybe a little bit early. Let's see if they can do it. They've got Skulks not anywhere nearby.
It's finished. Let's get the power on. Sideburns is going to be able to finish that. So it
there.
does go up.
ADHD is at a dreadfully low spot. Nuke almost getting the pick, but not quite. Jewbear, where are you going to go? Nuke is ready for you, but he's focusing on a drifter. Probably not quite the right move to do, but Shiz being caught so far out of position in Hub, getting mowed down by a hail of bullets.
So I think it's going to be difficult for Vex to actually push into this Hive. Not that the Krags are up and pumping, and there's still some Hydras there. Need to make sure they keep on their res, and I think that the better bet would probably be to push observational logistics extractors.
It's either that or they have to get a lurk push, which could happen here if they get a nice solid blast from that shotgun. Just
missing too much there, yeah.
Getting a little bit out of position. Vectosite, gotta be careful, don't want to lose that shotgun just yet. Ooh, but their RT builder just gets taken out.
Yeah, Josh has been doing some work up here, playing very passive, making sure that he's hiding when the Marines are nearby and just having a lot of patience. Shade's being stalked here as well in repair room by Skiz. Wasting all of his ammo there on the Drifter. Drifter going in for attacking. And Skiz... Oh!
Wow!
Gonna be able
Shade's an excellent kill and recovery right there. Dumped on the Drifter. Managed to recover and kill the Skulk and the Drifter. Great play, great play.
Yeah, with a very well-timed med from Barbados. I think he was almost close enough actually for the Drifter to take him out if he didn't get that med. Elevator now finished. We got 73 going on 77 res here for the aliens. I mean, I'm wondering if they're going to go for a Fade drop?
Fade drop. Fade just got dropped somewhere.
50, yep. Field. So there's Fade somewhere on the field. Shift Hive going up. It's likely we're going to see Adrenaline here. But, I mean, I think I would rather start working on some sort of ability to use the Adrenaline before starting to get that, like, Blink, Leap, something. Something needs to, because you can't just justify it with having lurks on the field to get, Adrenaline going.
Adrenaline's pretty nice as a lurk. A lot of flaps.
I agree. It's nice as a lurk, but I wouldn't say it trumps having Leap or Blink first.
Yeah, well, you're not a lurk. You don't appreciate how nice Adrenaline is. But here it is, the Fade coming in here. He's only got Blink. These are Shotgun Marines with Wep 1. Some solid shots could get the pick here, but it's just not quite going to happen. They need a few more Marines down in Hub. I don't know if that armory was there to block some shots, up some bullets. Jewbear being a little bit greedy, trying to take it out. Skiz diving into a group of Marines. Definitely something dangerous that you don't always want to do. Got 4 Marines positioned in Hub. We have the RTs are finally now reestablished though, so these Marines are still in this game. As long as they keep those RTs up, they can still manage to look at this. Back to side, no way. He's going for the pick. He's running out of time though. Gotta be careful. Oh.
So Marines back on 5 extractors. That's pretty good. I've got some sort of pressure going down from Shades over here into logistics, and all the aliens are tied up on the elevator side of the map, so it's going to be relatively uncontested except for a couple of Hydras. Got 1 Fade going back for him. Skid's going back to deal with him, and this is maybe a good time to put some sort of pressure, but just 2 Marines here are not going to be able to do much of anything. I gotta wonder what the game plan here is for Marines. I mean, where do you go from here? I feel like maybe arcs from the elevator, but if they can't do any sort of push and they're just holding out, it's going to be rough because we're going to be at more fades here really soon. I'm surprised actually Joshy isn't already a fade.
I'm assuming that they're probably going to wait for some T-res drops there to help out. I mean, Weapons 2 just got started. I think what you called there, trying to get some arcs up, something to help bust a hive would really give them an edge that they need right here. Because just DMing in this room is not going to help up. They're just going to keep getting soaked out of meds, shotguns, and gear.
Right, yeah, just pushing up here is going to be so...
Oh, look at VexX trying to get the pick. Not quite landing the shots that it takes. But Jewbear, one of the lurks, does get picked off by Shades. Some great shots right there.
Yeah, that was a good victory for them, but, I mean, if he wants to go lurk again, he can, and just 2 res, not a big deal, or he might hold out for, you know, for a T-res drop fade. So Joshy does get looks like a T-res drop fade. He's at 58 res. I mean, even if, you know, this goes on a little bit longer and there's a stalemate, he'll eventually be able to go Onos and break this, because I don't think the Marines are going to really be in a position to stop an Onos by the time he's able to get it.
Yeah, I'm kind of waiting for maybe an arc play or some kind of sentries to help at the hub gate. Like, they're just not utilizing the stuff that would really help them to walk away and start putting the pressure back on the alien RTs right now.
So using fades here to harass extractors, got Joshy up in server, and looks like Skiz over here in repair room. Trying to take out the extractors. Get one Marine will always go over there to like try and take him out. So Shades is over here, but that's kind of a difficult, difficult task as a LNG Marine to try and take out a fade by yourself. So we're getting the robot built now. It looks like we are going to go for arcs. I would have preferred if maybe they hit that a little bit so it wasn't so apparent to the aliens, because I'm sure once they see that robot, we're gonna, I would assume, see bile bomb started here soon. They got the resources for it. Oh wait, they want to get, looks like another fade egg. Realizing they have a little bit of time here yet. But I do think they're going to need bile bomb though, just in case they end up massing this up a little bit.
Blink just now giving its finished approval. And I don't know, this arc thing probably got another 5 seconds on it, and then it'll take several minutes before they can get the proper amount of arcs needed to bust this ET hive. And Bile Bomb's probably going to be able to finish by then. Another 2 or 3 minutes, and Joshy's going to have an Onos on the field. I would like to see some sentries. They need to keep their money up. Maybe get a Mac to just start sending it out to repair these RTs on the field. These Marines just aren't getting enough done. They've been sending one guy to do it, and the fades just come by and pick them off.
So the aliens know that they have 3 guys up in server. This would be an optimal time for All-In to crush this phase gate because they're all out of position. If they can just move in here, they've got the 4 fades nearby. I mean, 4 fades should be able to crush 2 Marines regardless if shotguns are not on a phase gate.
Now these are 2 shotguns though, so they have to be careful on how they initiate the entire fight. Colt managing to get a really important pick there. One of the shotguns going down. Colt going past half health, being forced to retreat. Jewbear coming in for an assist. Sideburns getting picked off by 2 fades swarming him. 2 shotguns are left in this room. Well, actually, it's just a shotgun and an AR. Vac decides the last shotgun defending hub. We have some reinforcements coming in from mezzanine. Colt coming back in, fully healed up from the last engagement. Dancing around as much as he can, blinking all over the place. Nobody seems to be landing their shots on him, letting him get out with relatively unscathed.
You gotta be careful with these hits here, with one fade going in at a time. I mean, you might get a pick, but really the Marines aren't pushing anything out of here. So if you kill someone with a shotgun, they're just gonna spawn back and get the shotgun, and it's at a big risk to yourself because I mean you don't really need to take that risk at the moment.
Looks like the Marines are already past halfway done on Armor 2. Well, actually, it already just finished, so it's Wep 2, A2. They're still not in a terrible position. They just gotta try to win a few of these fights. They have to kill a life form or 2. They got to get a RT count going up too. 3 fades over there in platform, just swarming the res flow of the Marines right now.
Yeah, they do have. I mean, they've got an arc, but they're not gonna be able to afford a second one because they only have 1 extractor now. While hub is a great position, it doesn't actually buy you any extractors. It doesn't buy you a tech point. It doesn't buy you any resources. All it does is buy you mobility. And you know, with the phase gate here, they don't really have any mobility. They're not going anywhere from here. So now we got
we're gonna
one
see
arc.
the crush coming up. 4 fades in hub, 1 gorge. Bile bombs up. This is the big play that we were looking for earlier. Now the feed gate isn't assembled. There are no Marines coming in. They have to walk in for more processing or spawn in through brutal feed gate right there. Instantly getting wiped up. Shades and Nuke right here trying to make the play. Colt getting picked off right there. A little bit too greedy. But that's probably about all they're going to lose from now on. The Marines still sitting on 2 extractors. 1 arc is all that's left. It's going to go down. Pushed all the way back to Marine start. No phase gates. No money.
You know, not a big deal for Colt to be losing his fade like that, because they just dropped another fade egg for him. Also, he'll be up into fading in no time. I mean, the Marines really are just in this awful position where they can't do anything because they just lost their only other phase gate. They have no resources. They're getting a 3rd extractor, but the aliens have 4, and they're insisting up to prepared for a 5th. And the entire alien team, if Colt goes alien, the entire alien team will be fades except for the commander.
Yeah.
I've seen 4 fades. I don't think I've ever seen 5 fades. Oh, Skiz's getting really low.
Skiz's getting nearly picked.
And there you go. Colt is also fade. 5 fades on the field.
5
What do you
fades,
even do? What do you do against that?
One that could go Onos whenever he really felt like it. So it's just kind of a war of attrition now. Eventually these Marines are just going to see that there's really no way out of this. There's just too much res. There's too much for them to have to reestablish. You know, they have 2 extractors. Platform didn't even get finished. These fades are just swarming every single Marine the moment they spawn out. A super fade juggernaut ball.
Yeah, this is... I mean, they're going to be right on top of these IPs now. All the mines are already gone. And we're just going to see these IPs get pretty much taken out one at a time.
These Marines are just getting shredded the moment they step up off the pad. Command, stop sending reinforcements!
And GG.
Well, I mean, VX started out so strong, too. They had great early game and carried a little bit of it over into the mid game, but once those fades started coming out and they tried to hold that hub phase gate, it just started falling apart. They started losing a few engagements, maybe a few different spots where they could have tried to maintain their presence, killing the RT by their skulk and then keeping up that forward pressure. A lot of small things could have easily held them into that game and maybe took the game for them.
You know, I think it was really the turning point that I saw was when that second hive got dropped right in front of Vex. And, you know, they had this opportunity to maybe move in if they just landed some shots, could have scared off the lurk, could have maybe, you know, had time to just do one other lurk that came back from the other side. But once they got cleared out of there, it felt like everything kind of just went downhill for Vex. Like, behind that attack, it felt like they came into this very, like, They sort of cinched up and didn't do any more aggression anywhere. So aliens held 4 extractors, had 2 hives, and all of a sudden they just had to wait until they had enough fades, which I guess was 4, and managed to clear the gate. Went into the base with 5 fades, and that was it.
Yep. I mean, it's just kind of a cascading effect. When you lose those crucial engagements right before the fades come out, if you can't get a small pick on one of them at the start, you start getting into dangerous territory because the phase just start multiplying. They have some children. You got 1, then you got 2, maybe 3, and then a 4th one from a T-res drop. Just got out of control. Many a teams died to the fade explosion.